All right, let's dive right in. Today, we're going to talk about a huge, really popular idea, this quest to find the universe's ultimate instruction manual. You've seen this everywhere, right? It's in book titles, documentaries, you name it. This very tempting idea that there are some kind of hidden rules that make everything tick. It turns science into this epic cosmic treasure hunt. But what if that whole way of thinking is just wrong? And there you have it. That's the core argument from our source material. It's not a gentle disagreement. It's a flat-out rejection of that popular idea. And the argument isn't just about picking the right words. It's that this whole rules metaphor completely misleads us about what reality even is. So let's really dig into this critique. We're going to explore how the language we use to talk about science, especially that one little word, rules, might be doing more than just being a little inaccurate. It might actually be hiding the true nature of the universe from us. Here's the central claim, and it is blunt. The universe isn't some kind of cosmic game with a rulebook. It's not following a set of regulations. The argument is that it's something way more fundamental, and it's our very human way of talking about it that's causing all the confusion. And this brings us to the absolute heart of the argument, this critical difference between rules and properties. I mean, getting this distinction is the key to understanding this whole critique. So let's break it down. So first off, what does the source even mean by a rule? Well, it's defined as something that's external, something imposed from the outside. A rule is a human invention. It's a product of how we choose to slice up the world and categorize it. It's totally a man-made construct. Okay, so let's put these two ideas side by side. On one hand, you have rules. They're imposed, they're man-made, and they completely depend on the choices we make. But properties, on the other hand, they're inherent. They're just the fundamental way things are, and they exist whether we're here to observe them or not. So the real question becomes, does the universe follow rules, or does it simply act according to its own nature? You know, this distinction goes way beyond just words. It points to a much bigger idea about our entire relationship with reality. I mean, how do we come up with these so-called rules in the first place? The source argues that it's a process we completely invent, not something we discover. Let's walk through this. Step 1, we look out at the universe, we observe. Then comes the most important step. We choose how to divide up what we're seeing. We create these categories like planet or star. We're the ones drawing the lines in the sand. And it's only after we've made up these divisions that we invent rules to describe how they behave. So the rules aren't really describing reality, they're describing the boxes we just created. And this gets to the deep philosophical core of it all. We use all these concepts to chop reality up into little, manageable pieces. But the source's claim is that reality itself is just one seamless whole. The rules we make up only apply to the artificial lines that we've drawn all over it. Okay, I can hear you thinking it. Fine, it's the philosophical point, but what's the big deal? So what if we use the word rules? It gets people excited about science, right? Well, the critique doesn't stop at philosophy. It actually moves into the ethics of how we talk about science. This is where the argument really becomes this passionate critique of science communication. The source argues that using misleading language isn't just a minor mistake. It's a matter of responsibility. How we choose our words, well, it has real-world consequences. And here it is, the sharpest point in the entire argument. The source claims that framing the universe as a set of hidden rules is actually taking advantage of what people don't know. And when that's done for profit, to sell a bunch of books or get clicks, that's when it crosses a serious ethical line. So, after all that, what are the big takeaways here? First, language is never neutral. The words we use literally shape how we see the world. Second, we really have to be careful with these catchy phrases that sound good but might be leading us down the wrong path. And finally, we're left with this incredibly powerful idea that our categories and labels are just our own inventions, placed on top of a reality that might just be a single, seamless, undivided whole. And that really leaves us with one last massive question to think about. This whole critique focused on the word rules in science. But the idea is so much bigger, isn't it? In our own lives, in society, in how we see each other, how do the words we choose, the labels we create, end up shaping the very reality we experience? That's a powerful thought to leave you with.